dear students, myself Dr.Nirav Soni, and today we will discuss about the Zoology MCQ Part 1. Here you can see the question number 1, the framework of system of classification in which various taxonomical arranged in the order of logical sequence is called. Your answer is systematics, because you can see here systematics, the specimen which contain taxonomy, classification, nomenclature means what naming, and morphology, this is called outer appearance. This is called it is a part of terminology of plants. So systematics, which describe the particular classification of the specimen. What is hierarchy? Arrangement of taxon in the series of order. This is called taxonomical hierarchy. And what do you mean by taxon? Taxon is the smallest unit of taxonomical hierarchy. So your answer should be answer number 1. Carolus lineage is associated with. Carolus lineage is associated with the binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature, as per name indicate, there is a two names. One is first name is called genus, or second name is called species. The genus, the first letter, it is a capital, and in species, the first letter it will be small. Example: Mangifera indica. Mangifera indica. So you can see the Mangifera is called genus and indica is called species. So M is here capital and I is here small. The arrangement of the following in the ascending order of the linear hierarchy. This is all questions like previous year questions. KPCOFGS, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. The smallest unit of the taxonomical hierarchy is called species. But highest, you can see here, the highest taxonomical category is called domain. Species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. KPCOFGS. So your answer should be 4. Gemmules formation in sponges are useful for. Very easy question. This is called asexual reproduction. You can see the figure. This is called archaeocytes. This is called archaeocytes, and this one is called spicules. Spicules. You can see the figure of spongy. The outer surface is called pore. This is called ostia. The transport of water through the excretion. This is called osculum. But gemmule formation occurs in sponges. This is called asexual reproduction. Now let us discuss. Comb plates are seen in. You can see the figure. Every question having figures, so you can get easily idea about the question and you should get instant answer from the figure. Comb plates are seen in pleurobrachia. So your answer should be 4. Next question. In which group animals is a closed circulatory system is present in? Which type of phylum? Your phylum is Annelida. So your answer should be 4. Hemocele occurs in. Hemocele present in the cockroach as well as hemocele present in hydra. Proboscis gland in Balanoglossus associated with. It is under hemichordata. Hemichordata. So proboscis gland, it is helpful for the excretion purpose. Excretion purpose. So your answer is 3. Chlorophyll in chloroplast is located in. You can see here, chlorophyll in chloroplast is located in grana. The group of granum is called grana, and grana is made up of thylakoid. Inside the thylakoid, you can find the different structure is called, this is your thylakoid. Thylakoid lumen having the different structure, this is called quantosomes. And each quantosome which contain 230 molecule of chlorophyll. That's why we can see here chlorophyll in chloroplast is located in grana. Endoplasmic reticulum is continuous with. You can see the figure. This is one nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane, the surrounding the nuclear membrane. In the nucleus, this nuclear envelope is attached with the endomembrane system. This is called endoplasmic reticulum. That's why endoplasmic reticulum is continuous with the nuclear membrane? Your answer should be 2. Fluid mosaic model of plasma membrane was proposed by, very easy question, Singer and Nicholson. Singer and Nicholson. Mesosome is a bacterial cell. It is a different types of structure present in the bacteria. You can see here, this is called vesicle-like structure. If it is in tube-like structure, and this type of structure is called lamelli-like of structure. There are 3 types of structure in mesosome. Or what is the function of mesosome? You can see here, DNA replication, distribution of DNA to daughter cell, helps in respiration, secretion process, enzymatic content, and increase the surface area. Whenever the infolding-like structure in the biology, then you should remember always in your mind, it increase the surface area. Example of mitochondria, the Christie, which increase the surface area. So plasma membrane infolding for the respiration. Your answer should be 3. The vacuole in the tonoplast which contain the cell sap containing excretory products. Sometimes excretory products may be useful for the plant. Cell theory was given by Sladen and Swan, and final shape of theory given by Rudolf Virchow. By using one word, this is called omnicellula ecellula. Omnicellula ecellula. Your answer is 3. Lysosome contain hydrolytic enzyme which works on acidic pH at 5.0. So your answer should be 2. The membrane around the vacuole is called, this membrane is called tonoplast. It is responsible for the osmosis purpose. Now question number 17. Protein acts as a hormone. Glutamin for transport is a transport channel. Trypsin is an enzyme. Antibody is a protein which fight against the antigen, and insulin is a hormone which is secreted from the pancreatic beta cell. Pancreatic acinar cell which secrete the digestive enzyme. You should remember always in your mind, this is called acinar cell. But Langerhans cell, this is called beta cell which secrete the insulin. Or it is useful for the diabetes mellitus. You can see the figure of injection of insulin for the diabetic patient. Which type of diabetes? Type 2 diabetes. It is called diabetes mellitus. Which of the following is associated with nucleolus? Nucleolus which contain the rRNA. This is called ribosomal RNA. Transfer RNA and mRNA is responsible for the protein synthesis. Transfer RNA which contain the amino acids, mRNA having codon, while tRNA having anticodon. The 4 nitrogen base sequence on the codes of word language DNA are. There are 4 types of nucleotides, A, T, G, C. In case of RNA, this is called DNA. In case of RNA, A, U, G, C. Thymine is replaced by uracil. This is called ATGC. It is a type of DNA sequence, nucleotide. While adenine and guanine, this under purine ring, which contain the nitrogenous ring, and while pyrimidine which contain cut cytosine, uracil, and thymine. The single letter code of tyrosine and glutamic acid respectively. You can see here tyrosine which contain Y and glutamic acid which contain E. That's why Y and E. Your answer should be 2. Very easy question. The single letter code of tyrosine is expressed as a Y and glutamic acid expressed as a E. The lectin among the following, you can see the tables. It is line to line NCERT. It is a table of secondary metabolites. You can see the lectins among the following concanavaline. You can see here lectins. Very most timely question. It is also toxins, heparin, racin. So remember always in your mind, lectins, concanavaline. It is obtained from the jack seeds. Concanavaline A. Question number 22. Which of the following protein in nature? Protein in nature, antibody is made up of H2L2. There are 5 types of antibody: GAMDE, GAMDE. Antibody is made up of antibody made up of protein, or antibody, another name of antibody is called immunoglobulin. That's why we can consider it as a immunoglobulin: IgG, IgA, IgM, IgD, and IgE. Where what is IgG? IgG is found in placenta, mother placenta, where the IgA is found in mother's milk. Ig is responsible for the allergic response. The first developed antibody, this is called IgM. So your answer should be antibody. Cellulose is a polysaccharide, glycerol is a fatty acids, guanine is a nucleotide. Cellulose is a polysaccharide, while antibody is called protein. Immunoglobulin, which type of protein? Globulin. It is secreted from the beta cells of the WBC. Now next question is the polysaccharide formed from the fructose monomers only. Fructose monomer only is this called insulin. Inulin. Inulin is found in wheat, shallots, arachidonics, hickory roots, rye, leeks, dahlia, satavari, onion, garlic, etc. That's why your answer is 1. Inulin is a fructose polymer, while glucose, the long chain of glucose, it is made up of starch. The exoskeleton of insect is formed from the chitin. This is a chitin is a polysaccharide. Chitin is the exoskeleton of the cockroach or any arthropoda, while chitin we can consider as a fungus cellulose. Fungus cellulose. This is called fungal cell wall. Fungal cell wall. So your answer should be 4. The basic unit of the starch, this is called glucose. Long chain of glucose, and to form the starch. Starch is found in the potato. And starch, when the starch is reacted with iodine, it turns to blue in color. You should always remember in your mind. This is the identification of taste of the starch. This structure is called trihydroxypropane because there are 3 hydroxyl group. That's why it's called trihydroxy. There is a 3 carbon, 1, 2, 3. That's why it's called methane, ethane, propane. Trihydroxypropane is called glycerol. This is the structure of glycerol. That's why your answer should be 4. Protein which plays the significant role of aging. You can see the figure of younger skin and aging skin. You can see the buildup of the collagen fiber. It is nicely arrangement of perpendicular arrangement of the younger skin, while degradation forming aging skin. When the age occurs in our body, the collagen will be decreased, or collagen will be reduced. That's why our skin, you will get a wrinkle form. So skin protein is called collagen. That's why most abundant protein in the animal kingdom. Most abundant protein in the animal kingdom. But most abundant enzyme or protein in the biosphere. Your answer should be Rubisco. It is always keep in your mind. Animal kingdom, then you can give the answer of collagen, but in the biosphere, you can give the answer of collagen, Rubisco. Which one of the molecular formula palmitic acid? Palmitic acid which contains C16. So C14, C15, C16. There are CS2 14 carbon, 15 carbon, 16 carbon. So your answer should be CS3, CS2 14, COOH. Starch is a polymer of the long chain of glucose to make a starch. And when this starch is reacted with iodine, then it gives the blue in color. Now table sugar is, what is table sugar? Table sugar is sucrose. This is called non-reducing sugar also. Non-reducing sugar also. While galactose is a brain sugar. Galactose is a brain sugar. Glucose is a blood sugar. Fructose is a fruit sugar. So that's why your answer is 1. Now 31 question. Match the following: heparin, glutamine 4, collagen, concanavalin associated with lectins. So sometime elimination method is useful for the NEET examination. So elimination method means is a negative method for the helpful for getting the high score in NEET examination. Glutamine 4, this is called unable to glucose transport. So B containing 4. That's why elimination method is also useful. So 4 is remove here. Collagen. Collagen is an intercellular ground substance. C containing 2. So what is aberrin? Aberrin is a toxin. 5. That's why your answer should be 2. Match the following oxidoreductase, isomerase, lyase, and lyase. Ligase means what? Linking of two compounds. Ligase means what? Join. Isomerase means what? Similar to compound A to A dash, B to B dash. Example, glucose to glucose 6-phosphate to fructose 6-phosphate, ribose to deoxyribose. Ribose which contains C5H10O5, but deoxyribose contains C5H10O4. Only oxygen is, one molecule of oxygen is less. One atom of oxygen is less here, but it is similar to compound deoxyribose, ribose. So ligase join the compound linking of two compounds, C containing 1. Your answer should be 2. Enzymes are basically made up of protein in nature. There are what is the formula of enzyme? Apoenzyme plus coenzyme. Apoenzyme plus coenzyme. Actually, you can write here cofactor is equal to holoenzyme. Cofactor which contain coenzyme, either it will be a coenzyme, either it will be a prosthetic group, or it is metal. When apoenzyme bind with any of them and complete enzyme, you will get. This is called holoenzyme. This is your previous year question. 34. Feedback inhibition is called. What is feedback inhibition? Feedback inhibition and product. The product, this is called product inhibition. When high amount of product will be released, they bind to the backside of the site and do enzymatic reaction is inhibition. This is called when the excessive amount of production occurs in our body, then this type of inhibition is called feedback inhibition, or it is called allosteric inhibition. This is called allosteric inhibition. Now, holoenzyme is consist of. What is holoenzyme? Holoenzyme is consist of protein or coenzyme. How to make a holoenzyme? Apoenzyme plus coenzyme is equal to holoenzyme. That's why enzyme, protein, and coenzyme. Question number 36. Which of the coenzyme occurs or containing vitamin niacin? Niacin which contains the nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. So your answer is 1. Next question. At which cell the cycle of histone protein synthesized in eukaryotic? Your answer is S phase, because histone protein, where it is present in the DNA. DNA is DNA which contains the histone and non-histone protein. Histone is a positively charged, while DNA is a negatively charged. That's why histone protein surrounding the histoprotein, the DNA is wrapped due to phosphate ion, because phosphate ion is a negatively charged. That's why it is attracted towards the positive histone proteins. That's why your answer is S phase, because S phase containing DNA synthesis. Next question. Synthesis of RNA proteins take place in. RNA and protein take place in G1 and G2 phase. The cell division of chromosome attached the spindle with. This is a chromosome, and the surrounding the kinetochore disc-like structure, the spindle fiber attached to the kinetochores. And to separate the chromosomes in the anaphase. That's why your answer is 1. X-shaped structure form is a consequence of crossing over. This is called chismata. While which type of tissue forms the gland? Epithelial tissue. All types of epithelial tissue like epithelial connective tissue, columnar epithelial tissue, squamous epithelial tissue, cuboidal epithelial tissue, pseudo-stratified column epithelial tissue. Here you can find the different types of tissue. This is called epithelial tissue, PSCCEG, PSCCEG, PSCG, PSCCEG. this type of tissue which form the gland. The major constituent of connective tissue, this is called collagen. Collagen is associated with our skin. The inner surface of fallopian tube, inner surface of fallopian tube, bronchi and bronchioles are lined by. Bronchi and bronchioles are lined by. Inner surface of bronchi, bronchiole, and fallopian tubes lined by. Your answer is ciliated epithelium, because the fallopian tube which contains the cilia, which push the egg towards the uterus. Antibodies are produced by lymphocytes, because B lymphocyte which produce the antibody, T lymphocyte which help to produce the antibody, that's why it's called T helper cell. And collagen fibers are secreted by fibroblast. This is your all fundamental questions of the zoology part 1. We will see the next MCQ in part 2. If you like my channel, then my channel will share to your friends and subscribe my channel soon. Thank you, students.